Hi folks, thank you again for joining me. What I'd like to do now is just go through a capital letter exemplar, and I will show you the way in which I make the letters. They're based on the Palmer method on some degree, but also my forms have influence also from the ornamental script, as well as the stuff I've had done for many years and taught, and that's engrosser script as well. So I try to incorporate some of that into what my particular forms. I'll start off up here with the capital A like this. Some folks feel more comfortable starting with the portion of the letter on the left. That's fine with me. I don't get that, crazy about, any dogmatic approach to this. B, like this. And these are your more common forms, not what I normally would use. I do a little bit fancier B based on the ornamental penmanship form. C. D. E. Now, these can be tricky letters to keep on the proper slant angle. F. G. G is a letter I really enjoy. H. And I make a capital letter I more influenced by engrosser script. I never liked the traditional Palmer style plain penmanship I or business penmanship I. So mine looks like this. J in a very similar upper form for that. I do like this, come down, and K, similar start to the H like this. L is a pretty letter. Come around, compound curve here, curve out, down, around. And then M, we can make it with a loop entry, but I'll keep it consistent with the K and the H like this. And notice I have one level of the entry stroke slightly lower below the line on top for the first loop coming off the entry stroke, and lower still there. Next, capital N, very similar approach like this, and then come up slightly below the upper line. The O is a nice oval form. Remember keeping it on the main slant angle and looping out like that. The P, let's see, we'll start it down. I got one space up here, so I'll start it here. I'm going to try not to run this into the J. If you had to, it wouldn't be the end of the world. The Q I make similar to the way I make the capital O. I don't like that fancy one that looks like a number 2. So I basically will do the same stroke as the O, loop it out like the other one, and then finally our little curly Q at the bottom. The Q, R, in a very similar fashion to the P and the B, like this. S, and the same thing, if you could see the slant angle here, the S basically follows that as well. Hard to do or think about in the beginning, but that's what focused practice is for. T, very similar to the F as such, except without crossing that main stem. There's our T. The U is something I could start with the curly Q stroke like this if I wanted to. But to keep it consistent with these guys, the N, the H, I'm going to start the U like this in a similar way. I don't bring this all the way up. I keep it about just a little bit past that second line here. So here's your top of your X height, line that separates first and second ascender spaces, and this is slightly above that. The V, letter near and dear to my heart, it looks like this. Same type of entry, coming down, curling it up, and out. Very simple form. The W, again, with a similar type of entry stroke like this. I raise this up higher. I like the way that looks. And then finally curl that out. The X can start again with the curly Q, or in my case here, I'm going to do it like this. Curl it around, and you can put, if you want to put a little dot at the end, you can. And finally, this comes in, just touches, and emerges out. Some people like to cross the middle of that. Either way is fine with you. The Y, another similar start with the Y, like this. Come down just like the U. Come up, and then come right here with our stem loop. And then finally, the Z. Keep consistent, similar start like this. Back it up a little bit and make your stem loop. And there you have it. Finish it off with my little quill flourish like this. Feather up there and a loop. And there you have it. And I'll put a higher resolution image, a scan of this at the end of the video. Thank you for your time. And in case you're curious, my trusty old Sailor Pro Gear with the 21 karat EF nib was the pen I used. The paper is Rhodia R lined paper. I love this stuff. And the ink, of course, Iroshizuku Yamabudo. Thank you again.